Welcome to the Tale of Two Beards podcast. I'm R.A.P.
And I'm Buddah.
Today we have Scatter88 hanging out with us. All right, now let's welcome our guest. First things first, introduce yourself to the fans and let them know where they could find you.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. No, I'm playing. Scatter88, all platforms, 88 gang. On Instagram, it's got 2 R's because some fucking bitch stole my name. Am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah, man, of course.
Oh, bitch. Okay.
We're all just chilling here. So I'll get to the first question for the interview. I would like to know, how did you get the name Scatter88?
Oh, shit. Thank you for asking, bro. I love telling this fucking story. There was like a lot of rap names I had prior to Scatter. The funniest one being, it was like MC Cold Cheese. It was when I like first started out. It was just jokes, right? But no, I was working at
cheese.
Yeah, deadass. But no, I was working at Toppers, and it was this one Saturday. I remember it was super fucking busy, and I have anxiety and shit, and just I don't know. I just started to feel it. Just started to kick in, right? You know, you get fucking really cold, you get shaky and shit, and I wasn't having it, so I fucking left. I just dipped, didn't tell anybody where I was going. And then the next day, I get into work, and the same old lady that was working, I guess that day, was there, and she says, "Scatter Day." And I just paused for a minute, and I looked at her, and I was like, "What did you just say?" She's like, "Scatter Day, because you scattered on Saturday." And I was like, "Yo, that's my rap name. That's it. That's my rap name." And it went from Scatter Day to Scatter88. The 88 is the number that represents, like, well, originally it's my birth date, August 8th, but it basically means like past infinite and shit like that.
Nice, man. That's pretty fucking dope, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
And Scatter's my alter ego, right? So there's 2 8s. So there's 2 lifespans happening at the same time. So it's double infinite.
Damn,
that's some deep shit right there.
Yeah, I've made up so many fucking different meanings for that shit, man. It's hilarious. You want to know what 88 means, though? Like, there's a sexual, like, thing that 88 apparently means.
Is it like shitting on people?
No, it's apparently I looked it up. It's when 2 girls like press their asses together, and then like
ass to ass.
Yeah, and then your dang-a-lang's in the crevice of the 2 asses and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
88,
yeah.
Man.
88.
Yeah.
Okay.
88 gang.
Well, my next question to you, what would you say, or who would you say influences you as an artist?
Wow. These are big questions.
Very
I feel
big.
like I'm in school. Honestly, I can't narrow it down, and I can't limit it to just one person or thing. I'd have to say a lot of things within my life influence me and drive me to be a artist and just the person I am. But the biggest thing for me, if I had to choose one, would be my dad. On the simple fact that we used to have these conversations, like just sitting in the garage and shit, right? And it would be about like anything and everything and stuff. And that's when I feel I first started to openly talk about my like mentality and how I am as a person. And we spoke a lot about art and shit like that, right? So I guess my dad would be my biggest influence. And like the work ethic comes from him.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I could definitely respect that.
Yeah.
My next question for you is, out of all the tracks in your catalog, which is your personal favorite and why?
Oh, fuck. I actually have to look right now. I'm gonna look just because there's a lot.
I'm cheating.
most recent personal favorite, even though it's a repetitive song, would have to be Devil Gin, just because of like how hype it makes me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But overall favorite, fuck. Man, why you gotta ask me a question like that? You know how much fucking songs I have?
Just spotlight a song, you know, maybe you have a personal favorite that the fans haven't gotten to listen to yet, and they're like, oh, damn, I'm going to go check that song out right after, you know, and it has a different meaning for them.
Yeah, I'd say the legendary EP itself, like all the songs on there, really. Just because when I was making that EP, that's when I first like moved to this city, and in that moment, I was just like, okay, this is it. This is where I'm gonna pour a lot of my like effort and energy into, and this is when I started to really like turn my music around. It used to be just me making music without any like knowledge of how to, but when I dropped Legendary, that's when it started to flip and I started to really look into this shit. And I'd say Enemies, that track on that EP is absolutely fucking killer. Way before its time.
Dope. I'm going to have to check that out, man.
Yeah, 100%. I'll definitely be checking out that AP. So my next question to you would be, what would you say inspired the uni representation for Scatter?
Well, for the most part, I just like demonic shit, like, you know, evil entities and whatnot, and shadow spirits and all that kind of stuff. But the reason I chose to become an Oni is because an Oni is basically a demon that punishes demons,
Okay.
and they seek out true evil, and they don't punish people that are good, right? They don't bother people that are good and pure spirited. They only bother people that are evil, and they try to pull that evil out of the person. And that's what my Oni does anyways. I don't know if any of this shit makes sense or if it's actually legit, but for me, that's what it means. And
So
I wear that like fucking armor, bro. I fucking love it.
100%. So like kind of like an anti villain of the rap game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you gotta be able to know your enemies, right? So you have to become the enemy. So if
Exactly.
I'm evil enough to understand their evil ways, I can destroy them. For say, you know what I mean? That's what it means to me, and I like that shit because I'm really keen on picking up when people are fucking bullshitting me or when they're
Mhm.
being real and authentic. And I'm an overthinker, and I like, I don't know, I get a sixth sense about a person and shit like that. I remember when me and you first met, I told you I can be weird at times, and it's because that, and it kind of like consumes me. So I feel like the Oni just it started off as just like a fantasy kind of shit, as like a creation, but then it started to become more of like a reality. You know what I mean?
No, I can respect that, definitely.
Fuck yeah. That's definitely a dope description for that. So yeah, my next question for you is, if you could make a custom track with any producer, dead or alive, who would you pick?
Fuck, you guys sat on this shit. You like thought about this. You took your time with this. I like this. Fuck, I was not prepared. Um, dead or alive? Well, I mean, I want to make a track with you. I already made a track with Buddah, so like we living good. But for the most part, I'd have to say Mac Miller, man.
Fuck yeah.
Mac Miller for sure. Just like maybe the song wouldn't even be that great. Like his part would be dope as fuck, right? But I don't know, me and him would mix.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to like be able to sit down and pick his brain, you know what I mean? And like really listen to him speak and shit. Cause I feel like a lot of what he said as a person, let alone an artist, made like should have made a bigger impact than it did, for one, and for two, it just the depth of everything he was saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No,
Yeah, honestly,
100%.
I've always
yeah,
loved Mac, and like straight up anybody who like can sit there and listen to any track by Mac Miller or any project he's done. He's such a like a unique creative, you know, he's so good at so many fucking different things and he's able to do so much, and he just like a huge encyclopedia basically is what this guy would be, you know, like if he were still
yeah,
around.
yeah.
Rest
And
in
if
peace.
we're yeah, R.I.P. Mac. And if we're to go back to the what inspired you, that's another thing that inspires me, right? That's why I said everything. But him, it would be just to be creative and to be, open-minded and shit like that. So like that's another reason why I would love to sit down with him and fucking vibe out, because keeping an open mind and whatnot.
Just be able to pick his brain.
Yeah.
All right, and so my final question for you is, what would you say your plans are for your future in music?
Blow up, fuck bitches, get money. No, I'm just kidding.
My plan is to blow up and act like nobody knows me.
I'm not. Well, I gotta know that means, but honestly, my plan, like in the beginning of this shit, when I first started making music, was just to do it, just to like say I did. You know what I mean? And the more I get into it, and the further I get down that road, I guess where I want to be is just in a position where I can do something that I A, enjoy doing, B, is helpful for people, and C, is financially supportive for my family. Like when I really deeply think about it, it's more than just being famous and shit like that. To me, it's just something I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
for sure. To wake up in the morning, not have to go to a fucking job that I don't like. I want to wake up in the morning, do something I love for like 8 hours a day, and then go home to my family. You know what I mean? That's what I want.
For sure. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I can relate to too, because I've always had kind of a motto of like, I don't want to be rich. I want to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. It's cool to be on top of the world, but being on top is lonely sometimes. If you don't have that true squad with you, the good vibes crew.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next part of our podcast. This is called Quiz the Wiz. So basically, before we start the show, we get our guests to give us 3 subjects that they're knowledgeable in, and then we make a little trivia quiz game to test their knowledge, so you could get to know them more as a person, and like kind of step away from the artist like portion of things. So I'm going to start off with the first question. So the first question is mental health question. So true or false? 1 in 5 young people ages 13 to 18 has or will develop a mental illness in their lifetime.
Only 1 in 5?
1 in 5, ages 13 to 18.
Well, I don't know what the actual answer is, but I would assume 1 in 5 being the fucking very least. So yeah, that's true.
Awesome. Ring the ding ding.
I mean, fuck. You mean 5 and 1, motherfucker? Everybody got mental illnesses nowadays.
All right, my question to you also has to do with mental health, and it is a multiple choice question. Poor mental health can lead to chronic physical conditions like heart disease, stroke, cancer, or all of the above.
Yeah, I feel exactly that, because I mean, even today I woke up feeling like a bag of shit. And it's more than just how you treat your mind, man. Like, you really got to get into a routine. You got to keep your room clean. You got to eat good. You got to treat yourself right physically and mentally to keep that good fucking, flow going. So yeah, definitely. I feel like mental health can affect your physical. So it could give you all those illnesses.
So you're going with all of the above? All right.
All of the above, man.
Yeah, that is very much correct.
All of the above. All right. So my next question is a Will Ferrell question.
Ooh, shit.
So not a lot of people know, but Will Ferrell is an avid runner. He likes doing like jogs and runs, whatever. So my question to you is, how long does it take Will Ferrell to run 26.2 miles? Is it A, 2 hours, B, 3.5 hours, C, 3 hours and 56 minutes, or D, 4 hours?
Shit, bro. I honestly, like, when I said Will Ferrell, I meant like quotable lines in like movies and shit. But
We got all the Will Ferrell facts, bro. We're about to
oh,
hit you
bro.
with them.
Okay, well, I love Will Ferrell enough to hype him up, so I'm gonna say the least amount of time possible. I want to say A because 2 hours seems legit, but I'm gonna go with the least amount of time possible. Which one was that? Was that like C or something? Or was like minutes, 30 minutes?
So there was A is 2 hours, B is 3 hours and 30 minutes, C is 3 hours and 56 minutes, and D is 4 hours.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go with A then.
With A?
Yeah. Ah, come on, Will. What the fuck?
So the answer is C, 3 hours and 56 minutes. It takes him to
Yeah.
run 26.2 miles.
That makes more sense, but come on, he's Will, bro. You don't even have to run.
He got long legs.
He got long legs. All right, my question is also a Will Ferrell question. In the movie Anchorman, what was Ron Burgundy's news channel? Was it Channel 9, Channel 4, or Channel 7?
Fuck. That should be an obvious one. Being on the spot is a different vibe, bro.
It really makes you think.
I feel like it's Channel 4 News. That just rolls off the tongue. Ron Burgundy, Channel 4 News. Channel 4. I almost want to look it up, but I'm gonna go with Channel 4. There we go. Fuck yeah. Okay.
That is
Thanks, brain.
very much correct.
My brain didn't let me down on that one.
Big Will Ferrell brain.
Yeah.
So my question for you is a meme question.
Ooh, there we go.
When was the first meme?
Oh, wow, bro. Honestly, like, I'd say around the same time the fucking, like, social media shit popped off. Like, when PewDiePie and whatnot and all the YouTubers, like, when they first started, I feel like that's when fucking memes were really happening. Except, like, it was those picture memes, you know what I mean? Where it's, like, fucking, like, a relatable thing with, like, a stupid picture.
Me gusta.
Which year do you think it's in?
Fuck. I'd say, like, early 2000s. Maybe, like, fucking 2000... 2000, 2002. Fuck.
2000, 2002?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there we go.
I guess I'll give it to you. It was in 2002, and it was actually not even on physical internet. It was on this prehistoric form of the internet called Usenet.
Usenet.
So people exchanged information in pure text form, and this form of communication often led to misunderstandings and discussions. And one time it led to somebody accidentally making the first ever meme. That was the sideways smiley face.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It was a sideways smiley face.
His original message was only found in 2002 on an old backup tape.
God
That's
damn.
hilarious.
I'm good at trivia questions, bro, so I'm just getting these right, shooting it out of my ass, bro.
All right, my next question to you goes back to our main man, Will Ferrell. What was the name of the company that Will Ferrell and co-star John C. Reilly made in the movie Step Brothers? Was it VirtueCon Global? Was it 720 Entertainment? Or was it Prestige Worldwide?
Prestige Worldwide. Wow. Boats and hoes. Gotta have me my boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
Jelliest catch without the creds.
Well, he's
I
got
love that shit,
Awesome. Okay, I'll move on to my next question. So my next question is goes back to mental health. So half of all mental illnesses show early signs before a person turns what age?
Well, I have a kid, right? And honestly, like, I don't know the actual number and shit like that, or if anything is set in stone. But a lot of it is theoretical, if you would.
Yeah, it would just be like an average.
Well, I know monitoring my daughter, I can like kind of tell where she's going to go and where she could possibly go mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And from my experiences, I know a lot of traumas come from when I was super fucking young. So I'd say like when you start to develop actual like memory, when you can actually fucking perceive shit, you know what I mean? So I'd say like around 3-4 years old.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, let's go with it. Fuck it. Damn. It's gonna say like 6, right?
So when, and this is just based on average, right? So not everybody's the same because like mental illnesses affect everybody differently, right?
Yeah.
But half of all mental illnesses show early signs before a person turns 14 years old.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that would make more sense. A lot more shit happens around like preteen years and whatnot, but
yeah, you kind of get more of a perception on life around like I would say like 10, 11, 12 maybe not 10.
Yeah. Man,
I think
I must got a lot of motherfucking issues if my shit started off when I was like 3 or fucking 4. God damn.
I started off in the womb, man. I had issues right away.
I had issues from the get-go.
I was throwing bows in my dad's butt nutsack, bro.
Throwing bows in your dad's butt sack?
Yeah, I almost said butt sack, but that's all right.
Oh fuck.
All right, my next question to you has to do with memes. In the very famous distracted boyfriend meme, what color is the dress that the woman wears? Is it blue, purple, yellow, or red?
Are you talking about the girl he's walking with?
No, the one that he's distracted by.
Oh. Shit. My brain wants to say yellow.
Is that your final answer? Is that where you're going with?
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. It was red.
Nah.
Was it red?
It is, in fact, red, yes.
Fuck! Never second guess yourself, children.
Never second guess yourself. Always trust your gut.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to question number 9. This is a Will Ferrell question.
Yeah.
In what year did Will Ferrell reportedly make $365,500 a season on SNL?
It had to be that motherfucking year he was rocking the cowbell. It had to be. I don't know what year that was, but it had to be fucking that year. Just because that's like everybody knows that scene, like the cowbell scene, right? So that's when he started to fucking severely pop off.
If you had to take a guess,
of what year that was?
If I could give you a hint, it's after the year 2000.
After the year 2000. Yeah, see, I was like aiming towards like 2005. Man, got me trying to figure out what fucking year this happened, bro. I can't even know what date it is. Yeah, 2005. Fuck it, let's go with that.
So yeah, the year that he made that much money a season was in 2001.
Shit.
And it was exactly the year with the cowbell episodes. Yeah, it was that year.
So it was okay. Yeah, see, I knew what it was. I just didn't know what fucking year it was.
Yeah.
All right, and then my final question to you is: in the famous meme Kermit sipping tea, what is the brand of tea that he sips? Is it Yogi tea? Is it Lipton tea? Or is it Yorkshire tea?
Yep. Fuck you and your questions, man. Fuck the detail behind this shit. Oh, God. Nobody pay attention to the motherfucking tea, bro.
I do.
Oh, man. You would. Fuck. Damn, bro. I'm just going to go with Lipton. Just because it sounds the funniest.
Lipton.
There we go. Yeah, fuck you.
That is, in fact, very much correct. It is Lipton tea. I would have said that Yogi sounds the funniest, though.
Yeah, Yogi does sound pretty funny, but I don't know. There's just something about Lipton that just fucking hits me different.
Lipton.
All right. So now that we're at the end of the trivia, from 1 to 10, how do you think you did?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the mindset of my high school years and apply it to this. Probably really bad, but I'm gonna just assume that I did fucking amazing, regardless.
All right, we're tallying up the score here. And you got a total of 6 out of 10.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro.
You got the clap.
There we go.
You got the clap. Let's go.
Got the clap.
Hey, man, no comment. But 60%. There we go. That's usually what I get,
man.
Yeah.
Anything above 50% is better than 40%. So,
hey, man, quick maths, bro.
Quick math.
Quick nets.
Fuck. That's jokes.
All right, now that we're done our quiz, we're going to be moving on to the next segment of our episode, which is called Do You Remember? Basically, we just bring on a topic to start off the discussion, and then we kind of drift off into story time. So the topic of discussion for today to start off is high school.
Do you remember? I remember.
I remember high school.
Fuck.
Dog, I remember so many things happened back in high school. Probably one of my most favorite memories, though, we had a mascot at our high school. We were the Panthers, and for every single assembly or activity day or whatever may have you, I was always dressed up as the Panther. And I would literally, it would just give me an excuse to run around and fuck with everybody and just do whatever the hell I wanted all day long.
Dude, I always wanted to be a fucking mascot. I remember
it's so fun.
I wanted to be the school mascot so bad, and low key, hopefully the cops don't come for me. This was years ago. I was just joking, by the way. I know they ain't gonna fucking come for me. They ain't gonna do shit. But we broke into the high school, me and my buddy. We were drunk as fuck. And we had a fire extinguisher. It was a good time, bro. We were fucking just spraying the shit out of the hallways with the fire extinguisher and whatnot. And the windows by the classroom, you would expect those to be bulletproof or some shit just to protect the kids.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. The mascot had the bulletproof fucking glass. They used to keep their fucking mascot on a little display in a little display case or whatever. I tried my fucking hardest to break that shit, bro. I could not. I was trying so fucking hard. Yeah, legit, bro. I wanted that costume so fucking bad. It was the French side. We had two different sides. It was English and French. It was their mascot. I was trying to steal their fucking mascot, but no, man. They had that shit locked up tight.
I got the chance to be a mascot in high school, and it fucking sucked balls, dude. So I went to one of those schools that doesn't have a fucking proper identity, and we had 3 mascots for some stupid ass reason. Okay, so I was in my 9th grade year, and I thought that I would get a mascot suit with the head and everything, like a normal fucking mascot suit. You pull it over, people don't have to see you, blah blah blah, whatever. And they pick 3 kids, it's me and 2 other guys, and one guy gets this frog costume, this fucking frog mascot costume. Looks stupid as hell, but it's still like a normal mascot costume, you know. And it was supposed to represent like French or whatever, something stupid. And because we have, so the school I went to was named Champlain, and it's like named after discoverer Samuel de Champlain. So I had to play that guy. I had to be that guy instead of being the fucking frog with the mask on. I had a stupid whatchamacallit, fucking explorer's hat and like a dumbass vest from like the fucking 1700s and shit like that. I was not impressed. I was not impressed. And like,
dude,
I have my yearbook and I still have pictures of it. And you see like everybody else is having a good time. You could point me out because first of all, I look stupid. And second of all, I'm not having a good time whatsoever. Like,
but dude, if you managed to get laid while being that mascot, you would have forever bragging rights, bro.
Yeah.
Forever bragging rights.
Not only that, you would have so many like little quips and jokes that you'd be able to make, like, yo, I'm exploring that ass, you know? Like,
oh, fuck,
about
bro.
to discover that ass. But yeah, no, I don't want, like, I'm sorry, but like, knowing Canada's past and like North America's past and shit like that, I don't want to be like put up as a white discoverer, you know, because
I could, if you look at it from that perspective, I guess it would probably eat away at your spirit a little bit when you
put me in the frog costume, please.
Well, bro.
See, at least their mask, like, they had the frog mascot, but like the Samuel de Champlain mascot still kind of made sense because it was Champlain High School. Like my high school was MacDonald Cartier. Yeah, my high school was MacDonald Cartier, and which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure is also an explorer. And he, our high school mascot was a Black Panther, which had nothing to do with anything. Which also made it a bitch because we had a full mascot costume. And like with the big head and like black fur fucking shit. So like during the summer when I'd be running around outside, I would have to like, because our high school was surrounded by trees, like our track was surrounded by trees. So every half hour or something, I'd run into the trees and just pop the head off and just lay on the ground dead for a minute because I was so fucking hot.
No wonder you breathe so heavy now, bro.
Oh yeah, dude, that panther suit fucked me up, man.
So I just wanted to fucking clarify something. So MacDonald Cartier is not one person, it's actually two people. Okay. The first person is John A. Macdonald, which is the first Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh, yes, and the other one's Jacques Cartier.
Georges Etienne Cartier. Cartier. A very important political figure that is now in Quebec.
Okay. Well, then, what does Panthers have to do with politics? Why the fuck did I think it was named after Jacques Cartier?
I'm not sure.
Because you smoke a lot of weed.
Smoke that smoky smoke.
I'm not going to deny that.
Man, I have another high school story. I've told this one many times, but this one always makes me laugh. It's like my favorite memory. So I used to run track and field, and there was one year that I had went to like a track meet, and I used to do this event where it was called the 2,000 meter steeplechase, and basically the steeplechase is like a beefed up version of a hurdle. So it's a little bit lower than a hurdle is, but it's way fatter. It's ginormous, these things, right? So I either have to jump over them or step on them and like jump over. And there was this one event I did where when I went to go jump over, this dude that was running beside me pushed me and I just smacked my ankle right on. I just basically like fucked my ankle up for like a few months. And at my high school, we were only 2 floors, but we had an elevator for like, you know, people in wheelchairs or that can't go up the stairs and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to go up the stairs because I was on crutches, right? So I got a key to the elevator, and being a piece of shit kid that I went to a corner store and I got the key cut So I made a bunch of copies of the fucking elevator key for all my buddies so that we could all use the elevator whenever the fuck we wanted and stuff, right?
That's
And
dope, bro.
yeah, so it's dope, but at the same time the school is only 2 floors, so it's just like like you're like fuck yeah, and then you get down, you're like okay, cool, whatever. But there was one time I was there with my best friend, and we were in the elevator and we were going down, and as soon as the doors opened, like we were just laughing and talking and shit, and as soon as the doors opened, the vice principal was there, and she used to wear like fucking pencil skirts and like high heels all the time. She was like one of those types, and she was just like clacking her fucking foot on the ground, like whatever, you know. And we didn't know what to do, so we just blasted past her. I ran like past her as fast as I could, just like excuse me, out of the fucking way, you know. And our school was a square, so we just ran around. He ran one way, I ran the other way, and once we met up at the other side of the school, all you could hear is her running down the hallway, her fucking high heels going clack 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 clack. So we go to our lockers and we just grabbed our bags and all our shit. And at that time, like the school made you pay $50 for like a deposit for the locker. So if you fuck the locker up, then they just take your fucking money or whatever. And Joel and I, which was my best friend at the time, were like, dude, fuck that. So we each paid $25 and like had one locker the entire year or whatever. So every time we did something stupid, we go to our locker, both take our shit in one locker and leave. It was like the most like best getaway plan ever, you know?
Shit. That's devious,
hilarious.
bro. I'd say like my best high school memory, I wouldn't like call it my best, like, but the one that comes to mind is I used to have science class with this like one girl. She was a native girl, and you know, I like me and my brown girls. But anyways, fucking, she just it was like nothing like devious at all. It was just, you know, she just sat beside me and we talked and shit. And I think she asked me for like a ruler or something, and we were just talking about class and whatnot. You know, it was nothing, right? Nothing. And then there's this fucking, she was dating this big, scary looking motherfucker, this big stoic motherfucker, right? And I remember after the class, I'm walking down the hall and like this big dude and all his buddies. And keep in mind, like I'm a little white boy at this point, and he's a big native dudes, and I wasn't fucking around on the res at this point. They all come up to me and he looks me dead in the fucking face and he's just like, "I've seen you talking to my girl. You go to fucking Death Wish or some shit?" And then I just remember standing there and I was just like, no, man. I was like, we were just talking. I have no interest in your girlfriend. I'm talking to someone else. You know, like at that point, I just told him the truth. I didn't want any fucking beef because I would have got my fucking ass beat by these motherfuckers. And then he looks at his buddies, right? And then all his buddies, like, they all look back at me and he's like, "You got some balls, white boy." He's like, "You know what? If you need anything, if anybody's fucking with you, my wolf pack, we got you, man." And I was just like, "All right, thanks, dude."
The wolf
I
pack.
walked away. Dude, I was fucking shitting my pants, bro. I was so fucking scared. But like, holy shit. And then that starts the long journey of hanging around on the res and shit. And honestly, that's where high school got fun for me, because they all just accepted me. We all just got fucking drunk and just fucking chilled and vibed out. There's nothing else to fucking do in the res.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Fuck yeah. You went in, fucking the guy was looking to beat some ass and came out with fucking respect, you know? That's
what I mean. Tell the truth, bro. Just be honest. I mean, what the worst thing is you're gonna get your ass beat either way, so you might as well be fucking honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Man,
in that
stupid high
situation.
school beefs.
Oh god. There used to be so much fucking stupid shit going on in my high school, so much beefing and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
we had the same thing happen too. Like,
the fights were never good though. You know what I mean? Like, there'd be a couple punches and shit, and then it'd just be like they'd be throwing each other around all tired and shit afterwards.
oh buddy.
Yeah.
No. The fights at my school were
They were
fucked,
hilarious.
bro. Dude,
They were
man,
hilarious.
there was this one time, okay, I was at school, right? And I was hanging out beside my girlfriend at the time, and it was just like whatever, some fucking random high school like fling or whatever. And she was hanging around all her friends. So I was the only dude standing there. It was like 6 chicks, right? And we're standing in the corner. And you know, like those bulletin boards like that they have at the school, like the cork board there with like the metal edges and shit. Okay, so there's one on the in the hallway where they posted like events and whatever, and we're standing near there, and one of the guys that I used to know, his name was Brady. He fucking comes over, he walks over to me, and we're just chatting, and this guy's super nice, and like um he just like I don't know how to explain this. He's a super nice guy, but he's played football his entire life and he's had like a lot of concussions, so he's not like super quick. You know what I mean?
He's a brick.
Yeah, but he's a super nice guy. He has the biggest heart ever. Like I don't want to bash him or anything.
No, he's a super nice brick.
Yeah. But yeah, basically this guy was talking to me and this other dude was like, yo, fucking you fuck on my girl or something like that, and all of a sudden I'm turning around and a fist is flying, bro, and it hits that fucking Brady kid right on the side of the head, and the other side of his head hits the fucking trim from the board, like the cork board on the wall,
No.
and his fucking head exploded, dude. There's fucking blood pissed everywhere. There's like the six girls that were there were all freaking out. I'm standing there, the only dude. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? like I'm full of blood, and they're just fucking punching the shit out of each other. It's like a hockey fight. Like one punch lands and the other punch lands, and they're both punching each other at the same time. And it was fucking intense, bro. And dude, there was blood everywhere. And when they brought him to the office, like you could tell like it was like a murder scene. It was from like the corner where that happened all the way down the stairs to the office was just a trail of fucking blood, bro. It was crazy. It was so fucking crazy.
Fuck, bro.
Oh
yeah.
I did not think the story was gonna go there. Once you said a bunch of chicks, I thought it was gonna be chick fighting. Then,
no.
Bro.
No, dude.
No, bro. The chicks got blood on them. I got blood on me. Like that guy pissed blood out of his fucking skull, bro. It was fucked, dude. Like, man,
that's brutal.
Yeah, like
that's brutal. Holy
the high school
fuck.
I went to, like we were in lockdown, right? Because we we were the French school and there was an English school across the street, and before I went there, they used to get into fights all the time. So at lunchtime, the English kids and the French kids, they would go in fist fight during a lunchtime. So they had to lock our school down to make sure nobody left during school hours at all anymore.
Yeah, that's brutal, bro.
So we just started fighting each other, bro. We just started fighting each other. That's all that fucking happened.
Can't fight the people across the street. Might as well fight each other. Fuck.
Yeah, man. God. Like even the teachers weren't safe. Like I have so many fucking stories about high school that are fucked. Like these two guys got into a fight and the one kid was on his back and the other kid was just like punching him in the fucking face on top of him, right? And one of the teachers, she was a guidance counselor, and she came up behind him to fucking like help him, or not help him, but like get the kid off. And the kid elbowed her straight in the nose and blew her nose fucking wide open, bro. Just because he was just cocking back, like he wasn't trying to like obviously hit her or anything.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah, she's obviously never been in an altercation like that because you don't fucking you don't get behind somebody like that when they're full out cocking back and slamming somebody in the face. You know what I mean?
No.
But
no.
Yeah, bro, shit like that happened all the time, bro. Like,
I mean, there was a stabbing and shit in my high school. I think that was before I was in it though. Like it was pretty fucking brutal up until like I got into high school, and I think my perception changed and I realized it's just not as brutal. You know what I mean? Because you're there.
Yeah.
But the best fight I seen in high school was when these two girls were fucking beefing. I don't know what the fuck they were beefing about. But we're all standing outside. We're all just, chilling and shit. And this girl just comes fucking walking across the grass just super fast. And I was like, uh-oh. And I'm standing there with my baby mama and the fucking group of people we were hanging out with. And we all just look over and fists start flying, bro. I thought it was going to be like, slapping and like, a girl fight, right? But nah, these fucking girls were hate making each other, bro. And then the one fucking like grabbed her by the hair and like kicked her legs out and like slammed her on the ground and just started bashing her fucking face in. It was horrible.
God
it was
damn.
So bad, bro. That was the best fight I've ever seen at that high school. All the other fights were just kind of,
not as intense.
Yeah.
I think the funniest fight I've ever seen in high school, I was going to CAP at the time, which is like basically a dropout school. So it's just people who are I don't want to say like not good people because they are good people, but they just have like
Just hoodlums. You know?
yeah, like hoodlums, exactly. And we were all chilling during lunch period this one time, and like this school was literally just 2 rooms. Like it was one big room and then another big room. So it was just a bunch of hoodlums like tightly packed together.
That's
And
not good.
no, it was one of my buddies, Eric, and he was getting into an argument with this kid, and everyone saw that it was getting like very escalated and very heated. So like 2 teachers put themselves in front, like in between them. But like the funniest part is like because like I've been going to school with Eric for like a very long time. And he's very quiet, and he's very polite, very nice guy, very quiet. But like when you piss him off, he's gonna fight you, and
That's the ones you got to worry about, bro.
like he will, it doesn't matter what the situation is. If people are trying to stop him from fighting, he will find a way to fight you. So they're arguing back and forth, and they're yelling and all that, and like the teachers are in between them. And then Eric turns around, and like the teachers think that he's walking away, and he picks up this fucking chair and turns around and throws it above everyone's head, and it smacks this kid in the fucking face. And then he goes and like jumps over a table, and then jumps over another table, and just starts fucking feeding it to this kid. And this kid's still like recovering from just having a chair thrown in his face.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and he just fucking feeding it to him, and then he like gets up and he just walks out the door. Like that was also Eric's thing. Like he'll fight you, but then when he's done, like he's done, you know. So he's fucking feeding it to this kid, and then he fucking just gets up and he's like, "All right, like I'm done, and I obviously have to leave." So he just turned around and he left. And I was like, "Bro, this guy just threw a chair like through the sky into this man's face."
That's fucking lit. Oh my god. He's like
God
fucking
damn.
Thor with a hammer with that chair, bro.
With that chair.
Oh, no. Eric was hilarious, man. I once seen him spit in a child's face because he spat in his girlfriend's brother's face and he couldn't hit him physically. So he just walked up and he yelled at him, and then he realized that he couldn't hit him physically. So he was like, "What did he do? He spat in his face. Okay, fuck it." And he just hawked a loogie right in his eye.
Fucking shout out Eric, man.
Yeah, those are the guys that you need on your side, man. Those are the fucking
Oh,
like
yeah.
ride and dies and shit, right?
Oh, 100%. Eric's 100% ride or die.
All right, so we're going to be moving on to the last part of our podcast. It's called the This Guy segment. So basically, we just pick 5 people, either recently or in the past, that have done really stupid shit, and we just make sure that they never forget about it so that we always remind them of it. All right, so Buddah, do you want to take it away with number 5?
Yes, for sure. So my first this guy of the week is Carl Everett, who is a Chicago White Sox baseball player. I can't exactly find the year that this was quoted, but he was quoted in saying, "God created the sun, the stars, the heavens, and the earth, and then made Adam and Eve. The Bible never says anything about dinosaurs. You can't say there was dinosaurs because you never saw them. Someone actually saw Adam and Eve eating apples. No one ever saw Tyrannosaurus Rex."
What the fuck?
Yeah. So this man he's adamant that dinosaurs do not exist because nobody has ever seen a dinosaur. But someone saw Adam and Eve eating apples in the Garden of Eden, and that's how we know that shit is real.
You know how ignorant you gotta be just to believe something's not real because you can't see it? Like, that person doesn't exist. I've never seen him before. What the fuck? Who is that? Fuck that person. Like, what the fuck?
Like, my thing is, like, go ahead.
If you're gonna, honestly, if you're gonna like say something like that and be like, and somebody's seen Adam and Eve eating an apple, well, you better have that fucking person's name and a fucking quote
Right?
and a link for me to check out, because I'm not just gonna believe you because you just said that. Like, who saw them? Like what the fuck? Is it somebody on an
Are you
acid trip? They just seen Adam and Eve. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, man, you don't remember? It was Adam and Eve and George over there.
Hey, man, birds are dinosaurs, and those motherfuckers are everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, like, my thing is, like, has he never seen a dinosaur bone?
Yeah, no shit,
Jesus
right?
Christ. Maybe not. Maybe that's why he doesn't believe it. Fuck. With that logic.
Oh, fuck. All right, so my next this guy is, I hope I pronounced all of this correctly, is an Iraqi man named Muntadhar al-Zaidi. I hope I pronounced that right. In 2008, at a press conference with George Bush, the president at the time, threw both of his shoes at the man as an attack method, all while screaming, "This is a farewell kiss from the Iraqi people, you dog." And George Bush, like a boss, just bopped and weaved both shoes and kind of laughed it off as security dragged this man away.
Yo,
Oh
fuck 2
God, I can
Chains. We got
see
2
it.
shoes, bro. 2
Two
shoes.
shoes. Like,
What did he yell?
this is a farewell kiss from the Iraqi people, you dog.
Man. That's not a farewell kiss. You're throwing your fucking shoe at him. Like,
This is
what?
this is a love tap from the Iraqi people.
You're about to get the boot, is what he's saying.
If that's love, I want to see what anger is. Goddamn.
Yeah, no
Well,
shit.
like, I don't think you can kill someone with. I don't know if he had like I don't know. There must have been something special in his shoe that he was just positive that he was going to kill him with attacking him with a shoe.
Well, I mean, Eric's pretty dope with a chair, so maybe he thought he was pretty lit with some shoes.
Yeah, no shit. A question
Yo,
I
this
have
Eric
too
kid's
is
throwing
like,
chairs.
fucking, did he take both of his shoes off and chuck them, or did he take one shoe off, chuck it, miss, and then be like, oh fuck, and then take his other shoe off and then chuck it? You know, like made the whole process even more excruciatingly stupid. You know what I mean?
Brad,
People do
I
some
can
funny
tell you
shit
right-
when they're pissed.
I could tell you right now because I have seen the video. If anyone wants to see the video of this happening, you can. It was documented. He did, in fact, take off one shoe, throw it, miss, take off his other shoe, throw it, and miss.
That man's a dad. He's 100% a dad. I just want to point that out.
He's not. Well, I don't know, man. I've seen some dads throw some shoes, and they usually always pinpoint exactly their target. I think he's a soon-to-be dad.
That dad reflex, right? That's
I mean, when you're going against Bush, bro, that's some pretty heavy shit. Just all stoned out of his tree, bobbing and weaving, and you know what I mean? Fuck.
You can't beat Bush.
You can't beat Bush. You can
You
only
can't beat
accept Bush.
Can't beat Bush. All right. So for my next, this guy or gal or person of the week is Julianne Ho. She, I believe she was in the movie Triple X, Return of Xander Cage. I might be incorrect about that. But she made a very stupid choice when she decided that for Halloween one year recently, she was getting dressed up as Suzanne, aka Crazy Eyes, from Orange is the New Black, but put on a full face of black makeup and got a lot of hate and backlash online for it.
Well, yeah.
Why are people putting fucking
the...
blackface on and then saying like this is okay? How could you leave your fucking house? Like you have mirrors in your fucking house, right? Like
I just don't even think like why why would you even think that is okay as a costume? It's like, oh, it's because I'm Crazy Eyes. No, be a white person.
Well, hey, you want to know something? Like I don't see where she's coming from. I think she's completely stupid for doing that. But another point that I'm going to make, it's a little off topic, but not. People wear headdresses in like native costumes when they're white and shit, but that's not frowned upon. But like painting your face black and shit like that is. Yeah, you know what I mean? It should all not be allowed. You know what I mean?
True. That's really fucked up. Where you could literally see where they blatantly draw the line. You know, because in that aspect, it would be called cultural appropriation, right?
Yeah.
So you have like girls dressing up or even guys dressing up in full headdresses, shit like that. Even like fucking tons of other stuff. You know, like it's just you shouldn't be able to use a culture as a joke or as like
a
Like,
costume. It's not a costume.
exactly.
It's a fucking, you know. But like as a famous person, you think she'd fucking know better, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Stupid.
that just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how much money or fame you have, you can still be dumb as fuck.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. All right, so my next this person of the week is John Travolta. I haven't heard about him in a while, but he was at the Oscars and was told to introduce, again, believe I'm saying this correctly, Idina Menzel, before she sang her hit song from the movie Frozen, Let It Go, which was nominated for Best Hit Song that year. But when he went to go introduce Idina Menzel, mistakenly pronounced her name as Adele Denzim.
Adele?
Adele Denzim. I don't know how you can fuck that up.
I think maybe he's just an Adele fan. Maybe he listens too much Adele. He had Adele on the brain.
But like Menzel and Denzim are very different last names.
Yeah.
I mean, I fuck up simple words constantly, and I mean, I know you do too, bro. But like,
I do.
I guess in that like factor, if you're gonna, I don't know, that's.
But like at the Oscars, you know, everything's rehearsed, and he has the card in front of him.
Okay, yeah. He has
the card in front of him, and he has a teleprompter.
Okay.
I think like, you know, there's some times where like some celebrity or something will do something really stupid, and you could see like by how they like execute the stupidity, it's just like they're at a point where they're so fucking tired and they don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean?
They're just
They just want to be done.
Exactly. They're on national TV and they're just like, yeah, whatever. I fucked up their name. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm John fucking Travolta. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, he was very apologetic after he realized what had happened. He was like, "Oh snap," you know, like.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. John's a good guy, I could imagine, but yeah, just at some point you're just like kind of just doing stuff, no, you know, all the interviews, shows, movies, and all that stuff, and you're just kind of like doing something in just like autopilot mode. You know?
And you gotta like think of it from their perspective. To them, it's just a big ass party, so they're probably drunk as shit, and he's probably just too lit to give a fuck about saying the name correctly.
Oh yeah, he's probably just having a blast.
Yeah.
All right, and my final this person of the week is my favorite, is Susan Boyle. If anyone remembers Susan Boyle.
Boyle.
So in 2012, she was releasing an album and she was having like a signing party for said album. And she wanted to let her fans know on Twitter, and she wanted to interact with her fans on Twitter. So she wanted to, you know, hashtag the album party so that everyone can come and be aware of it. But she mistakenly tweeted Susan Boyle anal bum party. And it went very viral very quickly because of the way that the hashtag looked. It was all one word, and it looked like it spelled out Susan Boyle anal bum party.
Yeah, because she had two hashtags that she put up, and one was Susan album party, and it just looked like sus anal bum party is what the hashtag was.
Sus anal bum party, yes.
Yeah, sus anal bum party. And
oh my god,
that was so funny when he brought it up to me, because all I pictured was like my grandma trying to use the internet and be like, I'm gonna hashtag something, and it just turns out fucked. You know what I mean?
Like, totally wrong.
It turns into a sus anal bum party. No, she quickly changed it and rewrote the hashtag so it was correctly displayed, but nobody forgets and nobody forgives.
No.
Yo, the internet's ruthless, bro.
It is for sure. Next time I drop something, I'm gonna call it hashtag lemon party, get everyone involved.
Fuck.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'd like to thank Scatter for stopping by. Thank you for coming on, man.
88, no problem, bro. I'm fucking blessed to be here. This is dope. You guys are serious about this shit. I was not expecting it to be as organized and prepared. You guys did well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. On behalf of our guest, our co-host Buddah, and myself, we Scatter Gang, baby. Good night.
88.
88.